Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun one because I received a PR package from One Size Beauty and I'm testing out all of their complexion products. I have a couple primers to test out, a foundation, some powders, setting spray, all the fun stuff. This is the completed look. I didn't want to film my intro barefaced because I've been sick and that is a sight right now, let me tell you that. Please let me know in the comments what your favorite One Size products are because I've been really intrigued by the brand since I've been put on their PR list and I do want to try more from them. I mentioned it later in the video, but I really want to try their bronzer, the Trio. The lightest shade looks like it has some really good undertones for fair skin, so I really want to try that. And yeah, I'd be open to any recommendations that you guys have. So yeah, I have nothing else to say. This is going to be a short intro. I think this is going to be a short video in general, but that's all right. Without further ado, let's get into applying some of these products. Okay, my friends, let's get started. I am recovering from a cold, so I sound very nasally. My apologies, I annoy me as well. It was like such a bad cold too, and I couldn't take anything because I'm pregnant except for like Tylenol, which is nice to like reduce the fever, but I felt like shit. Anyway, so I have a couple of primers to try. This is the Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. I haven't heard a ton about this. I can't remember if people like it or not. I don't think it's viral or anything, but maybe. So let's try this. I'm gonna try one primer on one half, one primer on the other half. I don't want to read the reviews either because I don't want to be biased. I'll use the blurring on this side because I have my little blemish here, my little friend. It wasn't a blackhead because it wasn't black, but it was like a clogged pore that was underneath the skin and it was just driving me crazy. So of course I picked at it and you know what happens after that. Okay, so it's like a thicker type of consistency for those who haven't tried it. I don't know why I'm smelling it as if I'd be able to smell anything anyway. I can't smell anything, but like I said, I'm congested. So, ooh, it does feel kind of silicone-y, but not in an annoying way, like not in a Benefit Professional Smashbox photo finish kind of way. But you can tell that it is kind of silicone-y and it will like add a blurring effect. My neighbor has their door open and it's super windy and all I hear is their door creaking because it's blowing in the wind and it's driving me absolutely bonkers. Trying not to be annoyed by it, but I can't help it. Okay, that feels nice so far. I like the packaging too. Did I show it like out of the box? I don't even know. This is what it looks like. One thing I will note is that when I first opened it, it like continued to ooze out and like I couldn't stop it. I don't know. That's one thing. It was kind of annoying. The other one I did look up reviews on this because I didn't know. I'd never even heard of this. This is the Secure the Sweat Dry Till Dawn Primer. And the reason I looked up reviews on this one is because I thought it would be really good for bridal work because bridal season, at least in Canada, is in the middle of summer. So there is some sweating happening and making sure that someone's makeup is as lasting as possible is very important. I thought this could be a good one. This doesn't have great reviews though. Apparently it pills, but let's try it anyway. It comes in like a metal toothpaste tube. Also no scent in this one. Squeeze a dime-sized drop. Oh, I think that's a lot bigger than a dime. Warm it up and press into skin. Wait 1 minute for formula to dry before applying makeup. Maybe that's why people think it pills. Maybe they're using too much and they're not waiting for it to dry. I'm not going to use all that I squeezed out because I do want to give it the best chance. This one feels quite nice. It's supposed to be super mattifying. So I'll apply it on my nose. I'll apply it on both sides of my nose because that's kind of where I have an issue. And I do get oily right here. Despite the reviews, I am going to give that primer like a really good try because if it works, that would be a perfect kit product. The amount of clients I get in my chair that are like, I'm not really oily, but I sweat a lot. Like, happens to me all the time. I'm like, well, I can't really do anything, but if I could do something, that'd be awesome. For foundation, I have the Turn Up the Base BBB Cream Beauty Blur Balm. I got the shade Fair 2R Rosy. They didn't really have a fair neutral. They did, but I think it looked a little too dark for me. This looks like an okay color. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, look at this cap, guys. Everyone probably knows this except for me. So this is, okay, hold on. I'm getting too excited here. This is what the bottle looks like. It looks like just a tube, but the cap, you go like this and it opens like that. That is so much fun. Apply to clean, primed, or moisturized skin. I'm gonna look it up because I don't even know what it's supposed to do. Like, is it just supposed to be blurring? Best for oily, combo, and normal skin. Medium to full buildable foundation that absorbs oil and provides a soft matte finish for a second layer all day wear. Medium coverage, matte finish, liquid formulation. Has some cool ingredients. It has avocado and mango, so maybe don't buy it if you're allergic to those. It is vegan and cruelty free. Perfect. I'm gonna use it with a sponge because that's how I do most things. I'm excited. Let's see how it covers this bad boy. I don't have a ton of like texture with it now. Like it's pretty flat. It's a bit dry though, so maybe we'll see how it applies over a slight dry patch. Ooh, she's thick. That's what it looks like. Pretty thick. I'd say it's a pretty good undertone and like a good shade for me, so I'm excited. I'm gonna do this side first. Just hopped right into that. Oh, I don't know if I like it already. Oh man. It's very matte. Maybe with something more hydrating underneath, but this already looks quite dry on me. I don't usually have that problem. I didn't expect to be disappointed already. I accidentally just stamped it in my eyebrow. That's so annoying. Oh, this looks so dry on me. Wow, that's so disappointing. If you have dry skin, man, this will not work for you. There's no way. It is really thick. Which isn't a bad thing. Plenty of thick foundations that I like. It's just, does it look less dry on this side? Oh, I see the pilling. Oh no. Man, I tried so hard. The pilling wasn't that bad. It's just in one area. Wow, I haven't had a foundation look so bad on me in a really long time. I'm really trying, guys. I'm really trying to like blend this in and oh no. It's pilling so bad. Oh no. The more I blend, the worse it gets. Maybe I put too much because it's like right here. Oh my God. Do you see that? Look at that pilling. Oh my God, I'm gonna try to show it again. Look, it's like all in my hair. Can you see that? I don't know if you can even see that. Like all these little flakies, that's not dandruff. That's just primer pill. I don't know if you can see it. Let me turn my lights down. Sometimes the lights make my skin look better. What if I turn them right off? Can you see that? See that little piece of product right there that's pilled up? And then you can really see it here. And if you rub it, like flakes off. Okay, well this was not successful. Okay, I peeled off most of the product. I'm gonna try and just like add some. I don't know if you can see it. I might take a picture on my iPhone because my iPhone's incredibly unforgiving, whereas this camera is pretty forgiving. So I'm gonna take a picture on my iPhone and you can kind of see how dry it looks on the skin. The coverage I'd say is pretty good. You can really hardly see my little blemish friend there. Yeah, I'm gonna take some iPhone photos and kind of insert them here, I guess, just so you can see what things are really looking like because I'm not sure if it's showing up with my camera. One thing I am gonna do is just pop off camera and do my concealer. Or I guess I don't really have to pop off camera to do that. Okay, we can move on to concealer, I guess. I don't have a one size one. They didn't send me one in this little complexion package, which was a little surprising, but it's okay. Like, I don't really care. I would like to try it though because I have heard good things about the concealer, but I don't have it today, so I'm going to use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo. Okay, so I'm just using a bit of concealer on like a little flat brush so I can carve out my eyeliner. I also think this foundation oxidized quite a bit on me. It went on a pretty good color, now turning orange, so you know, it's not terrible, but like I thought we were over the oxidation thing. It's okay though, because I'm lightening it up with some Too Bright concealer. Okay, so to set that, they did send me a large size of their Ultimate Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. I have my own, so I'm not gonna open that one. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. I don't know if I'll keep it because it's not my favorite powder, but I feel like a lot of people love it. So like maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm not quite sure. I do find that this powder does darken any concealer that it's placed over top of. At least on me it does, and that could be because I'm so fair. However, today that should be fine because my concealer's too light anyway. So I'm just using a powder puff to set that. Set it and forget it. See, I feel like it's much more stark on this side because I think it was deepened on this side. It's not a bad powder. Don't like how it deepens things, you know? Last time they sent me PR, they also sent me the pink one, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of it because like why not? And I do really like the pink version. I don't know, I just like it. I didn't at first. The key is though to set your under eye first. Don't use this to set, use this after your setting powder, even though it is technically a setting powder. I just find if you just use it on its own, it's far too pink. You could use it like on the outer corner, like to do kind of like a blushy, you know how people take their blush up really high, like blush draping kind of thing. I feel like this would be good for that. In terms of face powder, I have the Turn Up the Base Versatile Foundation Powder. I got the shade Fair 3N. This is the packaging. They do great with packaging. It's really cute, Valentine's Day-esque. This is the shade. A little bit lighter than Fair 2, which is kind of confusing. I'm gonna take a little bit of this on my powder puff. Not that I really need. I feel like that looks way darker than it does in the pan. I have like a little triangle on my forehead. Shit. That's way darker. Okay, well, not that I really need to be set, I'm already incredibly matte, but you know, I can't believe how much darker that was in the pan. Or shoot, I keep saying that. How much darker that was on the face. I still have pilling in my hair. That's so annoying. This is not a good makeup day. I'm not thriving. Oh, my chin looks so dry. Oh man. Okay, well, it is what it is, I guess. Hopefully no one looks too close at me today. I'm just gonna pop off camera so I can do my blush and bronzer in peace. I don't think I have anything from One Size in terms of blush and bronzer. I would like to try their bronzer trio, the really light one. It looks like it would be a good undertone for me. Anyway, I will BRB and then we can set everything because I have the viral On Till Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray. That's a big claim, so we can test that out. Okay friends, so I have finished my face. I've never felt drier. Again, that's not usually a problem I struggle with, so I feel very out of my element. That's for sure. This neck is huge. So the last step is to use the On Till Dawn setting spray. I've heard this is like hairspray for your face. Ooh, it's like an aerosol can. It's like spray paint. Literally heavily scented. Woo! Oh my god, it actually feels like hairspray. Sticky. I'm nervous. Okay. Oh, that stinks. And I don't even have a good sense of smell right now. Oh my gosh, that is very heavily fragranced. All right, here we go. Whew. I feel like I can't move my face. Like it feels like I have a face mask on. That is heavy feeling. And this is the completed look. I hate to say it, but I don't really like anything that I've tried today. Definitely not all together. I'm gonna try each product, I think, individually with other products. I don't know why I'm so tired. I slept for like 10 hours. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I really hope I can make it work because this would be an awesome product. Not sure how I feel about this either because the foundation that I used, I don't like at all. I will have to try it with a hydrating primer. Again, I think the combination of everything I used today is just too matte for me. This would have been fantastic for high school Kelsey who was super oily, but for adult Kelsey that's gotten more dry throughout the years and I lean more towards the normal side of the spectrum now, this is just too matte. So I feel like I'm gonna have to keep testing things to see what I really like and what I don't, because altogether it was just a big clusterfuck. But individually, you know, with some more hydrating products paired with them, you know, they might be really great. So I'm sorry I don't have a more in-depth review. Don't like my makeup today, that's for sure. And the one I'm most skeptical about is the setting spray actually, because it's just so freaking fragranced. Anyway, this whole video is just to say, I guess, that I have to test everything out more. I am gonna come and check in. It is currently around 1:30 in the afternoon, so I'll check in later this evening to see how everything's wearing. I'm sure it'll wear just fine because not a drop of oil is gonna come through my skin, that's for sure. Okay, I'm back. It is currently almost 4 p.m, so I've had this on for a couple hours. As I suspected, things haven't really budged, but I am getting some cracking, like right in this crease here. I wouldn't say that's like uncommon for me, but like not like this soon, I guess. I just feel like my face is like, you know, like it's hard to move it. But so far it doesn't look terrible. It actually definitely looks better than when I first applied it because it is more worn in, I guess. My oils are doing something and making it look a little bit less dry. So yeah, that is my first check-in. Nothing's really moved. So I will be back later tonight, significantly later, and we'll see how much has shifted. Okay, cool. See you then. Okay, my friends, it is 10:30 p.m. so I've had this makeup on for 9 hours. I put my glasses on as a test to see how it held up, and it actually held up pretty good. It did not in here, but that's probably because I used the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, which was blended into here, and that's more of a hydrating formula. But my glasses also touch right here, and it's hardly moved at all. So that's pretty good. It still looks a little textured up here. Like there's no shine coming through at all, I would say. Oh my god, there's cats meowing. There's TVs playing. This is why I film during the day. In terms of texture, I would say the texture actually looks worse because now it's cracking. Yeah, so it just pretty much like clung to any dry patches, and I wouldn't even consider this like a dry patch. It's just kind of like maybe a texture patch, and it clung to it, and over time it has, you know, cracked as I've smiled and made expressions and whatnot. Yeah, overall, it's really long wearing and very matte. If you have super oily skin, this might be a great option for you, but if you have anything that is not super oily, I would recommend to proceed with caution with this line. I feel like Patrick Star is very oily though. I've never really watched his videos, so I can't be sure, but I think he is very oily. So I guess it would make sense that his line is like designed to stand up to oil. It's just not really what I need. And I feel like it just emphasizes texture if you're not oily. So it's not like a super versatile range, it feels like. I will have to, you know, play with things some more. I'm interested to see how the foundation works under a moisturizer and a hydrating primer. I don't have high hopes for this primer. This is the sweat resistant one because it pilled with a foundation in its own line. So I don't know, that's not a good sign for me. The powders I do like, it's just the translucent is just a bit too dark. And I'll have to test this out more, but it did look a lot darker on the skin than it did in the pan. So I'm a little weirded out by that. I haven't had that issue a ton with powders. And the setting spray, I really have no idea how it worked. I should do like a little half and half situation one day to see if it's actually something that works. I'm kind of on this like, not anti-setting spray, but like, I feel like I don't need it. And it just kind of makes my foundation not last actually. And especially my eye makeup, it makes it not last. Today is not a good example of that because I literally cried laughing at Bert Kreischer's comedy special. So, oh, I had an eye goopy, gross, sorry. So I was literally cry laughing. So, you know, that's not really like, it's not fair. I think setting sprays do have their purpose, don't get me wrong. I'm just not sure that setting the face is really necessary for longevity, I suppose. So I'd have to do more experimenting. And yeah, I think that's it for this update and probably any updates. I'm gonna go take this makeup off now. And having it on for 9 hours was long enough. I was like counting down the minutes to 10:30 so I could like wash this off. So I'm gonna go do that now. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. Yeah, I guess that's it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in and thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. Please don't forget to subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's okay. I just really appreciate you being here. It helps out my channel so very much by you watching, so thank you. Please leave any video requests you may have in the comments down below and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!